Do you want to create emails like this without spending thousands on designers and planning? Then look no further. In this video I'm going to show you how Claude can generate emails like these from images like this. From the copywriting into all the editing and even sending it live in Klaviyo. So I'm going to head right into my Claude. And if you don't have Claude installed, I would recommend you to install Claude on your desktop. And there are a couple of steps that we need to do. In the description down below you'll see the link to nibla.com. That's my website, and there you'll find these resources that I'm using. You can download them, and my goal is to make these videos for free for you, so I can just share my knowledge with you. So if you would like to subscribe and like the video and even comment or share them with someone that can benefit of this knowledge, then I would be very happy with it. So let's get started. First off, I'm going to head into my Finder app. This is my folders on my PC, and here I'm going to create a folder, and it's called Copywriter Claude. I just added a tutorial so that I know it's this specific folder I'm going to use in this video. So the first step is, when I get into Claude, is I'm going to select work in a project. In this project I'm going to choose a different folder, and I will select this Claude Copywriter tutorial. Here we go. I'm going to allow it. What's inside this folder? What's inside the files? So we got copywriting principles. Here you can see 4 files. This is also an extension that I use for generating ad copy. But here we have the first thing, and this is a PDF of the very popular book Breakthrough Advertising. And I'm going to show you to it quickly. And here you will see it's the whole book in a PDF file. So Claude can directly take his knowledge from one of the best marketing books ever created, copywriting books to be more specific. Then we got a copywriting principle for ads, we got a copywriting principles for core in a markdown file, and you got a copywriting principles for the email in a markdown file. So for this specific tutorial, you have to just invest maybe 10, 15, even 30 minutes to really explain in great detail regarding your brand, regarding your website, regarding your product, or whatever you're using Claude to generate these emails for. Here I have these files in here, and as you can see, a couple of principles like this. Subject, before every email goes out, this is a pre-sent checklist. Subject line tested against: when I open this at 7 AM in a crowded inbox. One persona identified, copy matches their desire. PS reinforces, not signs off. Read out loud, rhythm works. And this whole file is tailor-made regarding copywriting email principles, and it's regarding this breakthrough advertising file. Here we got copywriting principles for the ads. Here we got a Claude MD, where we use the Klaviyo API to push this towards the towards Klaviyo. I'm going to show you also how you can set this up. And here we got some brand info. So the brand info is very important. This is in another file right here, and this is in the email writing. And here you got brand guidelines, brand info, Claude MD, sorry, and the push template.py. So this push template is really irrelevant, but this makes sure that we are able to send these newsletters to Klaviyo. So don't worry about this. The brand guidelines and the brand info, this is what you're going to change. So here you can see clean, discreet, reassuring, photography style, tone of voice, email specific guidelines, color coded, color codes, fonts that we're using, the brand positioning in design, and the visual direction. And here you got brand info, and this is just a bit about the brand, the products we sell: incontinence underwear, and that we stand for comfort and luxury, and that incontinence is a luxury and not a issue. So with this information filled in, I'm going to do an even more basic step. I'm going to head into my Spark, and I'm going to look at the brand I really like. Let's say, for example, I like this brand right here from Dorian Rose. This is an email I actually don't like that much. I'm going to look at something that I really like. Let me see with some more difficult sections that I can make. I'm really making this off the fly right now. I think this would be pretty difficult. I'm just going to screenshot this like this. I'm going to select my Claude Copywriter Claude tutorial. Hey Claude, I want you to recreate this email for our persona so we can use it. We actually don't have a 30% shipping sale. We have a €10 coupon code. Welcome 10. Can you recreate this for me? In the meantime, while this works, we're going to do the following thing. I'm going to head into Klaviyo, and here I'm going to head into my settings, into my integrations in the bottom left corner. From there on out, I'm going to go into developer tools, I suppose, and manage API keys. So here in the private API keys, I'm going to create a private API key. I'm going to select full access key. I'm going to call this Claude tutorial create. Alright, so it's pretty decent, but it's not up to the speed that I wanted to have. I'm going to say the following. It's not close to the style that I have requested. Use our brand guidelines, but recreate the original email, please, so that we can have a good email. Furthermore, add this section as well. I'm just going to drop this section in here, just a moment. I'm just going to screenshot this part. I'm going to send it. There we go. The thing is, the limitation with this way of making emails, it's of course it can't pull images from your website. So these images, you'll just share them manually, but it saves so much time. It fixes the copywriting. With a simple way, if you want to share these images, it's as follows. You just head it to your website, and you just right click, copy the address of the image, and you would just share it with him. So I'm going to wait a couple of seconds until it's done, and then I'm going to get right back at you. Yes, perfect. So it actually just touches upon the thing I've just shared before here. So I'm just going to share a couple of images. Here we have this one. I'm going to head into this image right here. I'm going to share the links of the products. Use these images. Here we have this and the product link, of course, so the customer will click on it and it will instantly go to the product as well. So they can order it right away from your website. So it's not like a manual process you have to do in Klaviyo. It's just like this. Here we go. And use these images. And it's going to add the images into the HTML document. And the last step will be that we're going to... I actually like this pretty much. It's very clean and simple. But the thing is, it's a combination of efficiency and output. So if you, for example, want to have a big... email campaign, or you have a couple of things you want to do, this can really help you out. Even if it's a smaller project you're working on. Here we go. Yeah, beautiful. It's beautiful here, because it's still a HTML thing, but even though if it's a smaller project you're working on, it can really increase your output. Or even if you don't have the design skills, I think even this is pretty neat to do for your email. I just want to change the date on this as well. So please, the date until 29th of April, because I'm really going to send this email to my customers. So I'm sorry. There we go. Yeah, perfect. So we got these 3 best-selling products. Perfect. So I could choose to add a background image in here, but I really like the clean aesthetic, and on mobile it's also pretty clean. The only thing is I want a footer. Can you please add this footer as well to the newsletter? Then I'm going to share a screenshot of my footer. I like it when customers are happy. Thank you, my good customer. Here we go. And here, if you don't want to be bothered by adding all the links yourself, you just head into your sitemap. And let's say I want to have pages right now. I open the pages sitemap, and I just paste in all the links. Grab the links from here, only the one you deem necessary. Let's see what it does, and I'll be right back when it's finished. Alright, so the important next step is the following. I also could use this API key, the one that we've created before, to ship this email to Klaviyo so we can send it to the customers. I think it didn't get my message, so I'm gonna resend it again. Here we go. And yeah, this API key will be rotated, of course, so don't bother. And here we can see the footer it has created, and I think it's actually pretty neat. So it has all the things that we have, because I just used a copy of my original Undies folder with the more data and more logo. If let's say, for example, in the original folder I'm using, I have images in there, logos, everything it needs to pull to create whole newsletters. So this system really depends on the input you give it, and the input you give it. So really take your time on making the brand guidelines, making the brand info, and really go in depth into that, so that you can really save time on the back end. It's a small investment, but it will really skyrocket your speed on making these newsletters. So what will happen with Klaviyo is the following. It will never be able to ship it directly to Klaviyo. I'm sorry, I meant what will happen with Claude is it will never be able to ship it directly to Klaviyo, but it will always give you a command that you can use in your terminal. So it's pretty simple. You just copy the command, you type in terminal on your Mac or whatever operating system you're using, and you open up your terminal, and something like this will open up. Here you'll see your terminal, and just paste in the command, and just like that it will have it in here. So the template has been made. What you now do is the following. You head into campaigns, create a campaign. I'm just going to call this campaign 1, like this. Here we're going to select the list I'm going to send it to. I want it to my 7-day engaged, 14-day engaged, 30-day engaged, into my Windows shoppers. I'm going to send smart sending next. Here I'm going to do now is have templates, and here it is. Pow. Use a template. I didn't ask Claude to give me a email, a no-node link. Change has been saved. Back to content. Here I didn't ask it for a subject line, but I'm going to ask it right here. Give me a subject line and preview text, please, using our copywriting principles, just like this. And you can use this for everything you want. You can use, if you have, for example, are testing a new brand, a new product, or something that you need, like the email flows done in quickly, you want the welcome flows done, you want the abandoned checkout, abandoned cart, everything you actually want to have it done by Claude. It can be done really easy and much quicker, instead of wasting days upon days into your Photoshop and or Canva, whatever you're using to create these nice looking emails, because 90% of the time the customer just wants to get reminded. It doesn't matter what it looks like actually. So I'm just going to wait until it gives me the subject line and the preview text, and I'm going to be right back at you. So here it is. Let me see what I have here. 10 euros to start with, and usable to tomorrow. Next. And because you got to put your money where your mouth is, schedule and send now. So just like this, instead of wasting, not wasting, it's never a waste, because if you learn something, it's never a waste, but instead of spending hours upon researching and creating and designing, you can just like this, in a matter of minutes, you can create a whole system that's able to write ad copy, that's able to write emails, that's able to write blogs, everything in your brand voice, using your brand guidelines, and making it look somewhat professional using Claude. So if you have any questions, leave it down in the comments down below. Feel free to share this video with anyone you want and can benefit of this free knowledge, and head over to nibla.com if you want to learn more. Thank you. Have a wonderful day, evening, or night, and talk to you soon. Bye for now.